looking over at a text we just received. And yeah, that's how we roll. We play stuff that you won't hear anywhere else. That's Bad Company. Didn't even know that existed, did you? That's how we roll here. Welcome to the Mornings with Ed show on the all-new Voice of Laguna, 7:34 the time, 26 minutes before 8 o'clock, and our conversation with Mayor Bob Whalen today. Thank you for being here. A little overcast this morning, but it's gonna brighten up, get some sunshine rolling through here, and be a nice warm day. Enjoy it wherever you are. If you've ever had a family member or someone you know that is suffering with Alzheimer's disease, I don't have to tell you. You know exactly how insidious this is. It is absolutely heartbreaking. Not just for the patient themselves, but for family members and friends. Well, hope on the horizon here. And again, hope is incremental in all forms. It is a little bit at a time. So the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is expected today to decide whether to grant traditional approval to the Alzheimer's drug Leqembi. It's pronounced with a Q, Leqembi, the first medicine proven to slow the course of the memory-robbing disease. So an approval decision would also be expected to trigger a change in how the Centers for Medicine and Medicaid Services covers the drug. And it'll broaden access for an estimated 1 million people with early forms of the disease. Now, Leqembi is from drug makers Eisai and Biogen. It received accelerated approval earlier this year, back in January, based on evidence that it clears amyloid plaque buildups in the brain that are associated with Alzheimer's. But because of an earlier coverage decision by CMS, which is the Centers for Medicine and Medicaid Services, because of an earlier coverage decision by them, which provides insurance coverage for many elderly patients with Alzheimer's through Medicare, the drug hasn't been widely used yet. It costs $26,500 before insurance coverage. You had this treatment at your fingertips, and suddenly you had Medicare saying, yeah, but you can't quite get access to that yet. So getting that insurance coverage is incredibly significant because having a treatment for this would just be life-changing. But a lot of people can't afford to pay the $26,000. So the drug was approved only for people with early forms of Alzheimer's disease, those with mild cognitive impairment or mild dementia who've been confirmed to have amyloid plaques in their brains. So there's an estimated 6 million Americans currently diagnosed with Alzheimer's. That would take care of about a sixth of them. People with more advanced forms of the disease may not benefit from the drug, and they might face increased safety risks, according to trials. It's not that we know it's not good for people with moderate or severe disease. It's just that we don't know. So this is according to David Honig, who consulted for drug companies working on the Alzheimer's medicines, many of them throughout the last decade. Even for those who may benefit from the drug, it's not a cure. Leqembi was shown in an 18-month clinical trial to slow declines in cognitive ability and function by about 27%. And the treatments we have right now are just the beginning of this new era. We're all hoping that we have treatments that are more efficacious. The drug also comes with side effects and requires monitoring through regular brain imaging. About 13% of participants in the trial experienced brain swelling or bleeding, and those risks could be higher for certain groups based on their genetics if they take blood-thinning medications and other factors like that. Health systems, by the way, have been gearing up for broader use of the medicine. It's complicated, and because of all of those complications, they've been trying to be very thoughtful and taking their time preparing the system for this. The drug is given as an IV infusion once every 2 weeks. Infusion centers have been preparing for a potential surge of new patients. And in certain areas, they're anticipating to receive probably a 15 to 20% more patient referrals for this drug. So we know right now, for instance, in clinics in Florida, they'll have to increase capacities at those clinics, and that may involve increasing the number of days or hours or the offering of clinic weekend hours, that kind of thing. Drug maker Eisai said it doesn't expect that everyone estimated to have early Alzheimer's disease will seek to use that medicine right away. You're going to have a much lower number, at least at the moment, and maybe a few years down the road, as those therapeutic options become available, and the testings are reimbursed, or for the foundation of the testing is solidified, the numbers will go up more. But they're not expecting to see 1 million people, for instance, in the next couple of years. Expanded Medicare coverage. Let's talk about that for a second. CMS said this year that it would provide broader coverage for Leqembi if the drug receives traditional FDA approval, but it does come with some qualifications. Medicare will cover the approved drugs when a physician and clinical team participate in the collection of evidence about how the drugs work in the real world. That's what's known as a registry. That information is going to help gauge the usefulness of the medications for people with Medicare. Providers will be able to submit the evidence through a CMS-facilitated portal, which they say will be free. So help on the horizon, incremental hope right here for families who have a member of their family suffering with early onset Alzheimer's. Absolutely a light of hope. And we'll keep an eye on this. It's 7:41 now.
The most important conversations, the best entertainment, the Mornings with Ed show on the Voice of Laguna.
Alessa, rooted in tradition,